This woman is dead. When her body was found, she was half dressed, her hands tied behind her back, and her mouth stuffed with underwear. Her death was eerie and tragic, but the most terrifying part? She wasn't the first victim. In 1986, a small rural town in South Korea was haunted by a series of brutal rape and murder cases. The police were at a loss. Each victim had one thing in common. They disappeared on rainy nights and were found dead in the fields the next morning. Detective Park Do-man, a short-tempered investigator who relied on gut instinct, and his partner used the most primitive methods to crack the case: coercion, fabricated evidence, and even physical violence. But every time they thought they had caught the killer, the evidence collapsed at the last moment. Then a detective from Seoul, Seo Tae-yoon, joined the investigation. Unlike Park, he trusted science and logical deduction. However, even he couldn't find a breakthrough in the tangled mess of clues. The murders continued, the fear grew, and the town slowly drowned in paranoia. Finally, they set their sights on a suspect, Baek Kwang-ho, a factory worker. A witness claimed to have seen him at the crime scene, and another survivor had reportedly encountered him before disappearing. The detectives were convinced he was the killer, but when the DNA results came back, it shattered all their hopes. It wasn't a match. The case remained unsolved and the killer was still out there. Years later, Park Do-man returned to the crime scene, staring into the endless golden fields. In that moment, he felt someone, watching him from the shadows. This is based on a true story, a case that still sends chills down people's spines. The first recorded serial murders in South Korea, the Hwasong serial killings. Was the real killer ever found?